the ordinance.
Sigh of relief. For the first time in a decade, not one hurricane made landfall in the U.S. during the Atlantic hurricane season, which is now over. Scientists say it was largely due to a combination of favorable conditions.
All right, join us in the Morning Current. What's coming up in about 3 minutes now. We will stream it live for you on the WEAR website, our YouTube and Facebook channels as well. It's lots of news, but also lots of your thoughts, and we love to share them.
So tell your friends about it, and we'll see you in 3 minutes for the Morning Current.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Group of volunteers done this event for 14 years.
You're watching WEAR News, the Morning Current on WFGX.
And thank you for making the effort to tune us on in here with the streaming or on WFGX. The Morning Current's a different kind of news program. We offer the stories and we offer a lot of your input as well. I'm Jared Willits.
I'm Laura Hussey. We'll be sharing your thoughts throughout the show, but let's get to our top story. Several community organizations now speaking out after a local activist was arrested. Michael Kimbrell, the director of the Alfred Washburn Center, was arrested during a food distribution event in downtown Pensacola.
Aria Serker is live from that location. Police say Kimbrell simply violated a city ordinance that parks are only open from sunrise to sunset. Pretty much the deal, right?
Yeah, he was here at Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Plaza where they were having a food distribution. This group of volunteers have been holding this distribution for 14 years at the same time and same location with all the same people. The food giveaway was happening at dark when the park was closed. The Pensacola police arrested Kimbrell, but they did allow the event to go on despite saying it violated a city ordinance. Now several organizations are calling for the 2 misdemeanor charges to be dropped against Kimbrell and for the city ordinance to be changed.
But it seems like there could be a more reasonable solution than somebody being arrested and interrupting feeding people that may have not received another meal that day. And I think, you know, city officials are on board with that idea as well. You know, it's just sometimes systems have harmful protocols in place, and we just need to bring those to light and address them accordingly.
Food Not Bombs, which is the group that was having the food distribution, shared this statement with WEAR, saying in part, quote, "Food Not Bombs Pensacola shares food as a protest against war and poverty. We will continue to share food as a protest when and where we want, just as we have every week for the past 14 years. Volunteers do say despite the arrest, they will still have the meal distribution this week, this Friday at 6 p.m. Laura, Jared?
Thank you, Aria. Now, Michael Kimbrell, I think he's pretty well known by most people around here. He is the director of the Alfred Washburn Center. It's a daycare center, well, day center offering services like mail, clothing, showers, and laundry to the homeless.
And he's become a very vocal advocate for homeless people in our community. The center also hands out vouchers to help people get reduced or free IDs, and about 300 people go in there every day. They are funded by the St. Vincent de Paul's thrift stores, and they have not made any statement at this point of Michael Kimbrell's arrest.
Now, of course, with many of our stories, a lot of commentary on social media. More than 1,000 people have commented on the arrest, and as usual, there's mixed reaction.
Ann wrote, "Drop the charges, get the man and his organization a permit. This is foolishness."
From Marshall, all he had to do is provide his ID to the officer, but he wanted to push it to prove a point. Caroline shared, "Doesn't seem like a criminal to me. Stop this."
Thank you for all your feedback. 3 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's bring in meteorologist Vic Richardson on a Monday. And when will we be looking out for raindrops?
Yeah, it does look like we're going to be seeing our rain chance moving in as we go really through the rest of your day today. We're going to start with a chance of some of those little pockets of some showers later today, and then our rain chance really ramps up as we head into the evening and nighttime hours. Right now, what we're seeing is going to be some cloudy skies, some breezy conditions. It's going to look a little dreary outside, but we don't have the rain around yet, but we do have some of those showers just to our south. Now, our temperatures are anywhere from the 50s to about 55 degrees, so it is looking fairly mild right now. We're going to be seeing our temperatures warm up heading into your afternoon into those mid to upper 60s. There's look at your winds anywhere from 10-15 miles an hour along the coast, 5 to 10 miles an hour inland. We do have some showers to our south, but we will be looking at that rain chance really ramping up through the rest of the day, especially into those evening hours. So that's where we will start to see our rain chance staying high. You can see we could see a few of those little pockets heading through the afternoon. Higher rain chance through the evening and overnight period coming to an end by about 7 o'clock on Tuesday. So our rain chance will be around, but it is not going to be around for too long into that Tuesday. It should be coming to an end by the time you hit the road. As you go through the rest of that Tuesday, it should be clearing up and drying out, and we will have cooler temperatures briefly as we go into Wednesday. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Check it out, your Monday morning drive. This is 110 at Brent. We're moving steadily. No slowdowns reported at 5 minutes after 7 o'clock.
All right, tonight, a cold weather shelter will open for the homeless and those who don't have heat in their homes at the Ferris Hill Baptist Church on Chafin Street in Milton.
There are some guidelines. They need people to arrive between 6:30 and 8:30, and they want to let them know that only service animals with verified rabies vaccines will be allowed. The shelter closes at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
More building more often. Escambia County has given final approval for a new subdivision in Molino.
The Development Review Committee gave final approval for what's called Blue Water Creek Estates, a 185-acre gated community on Highway 97 just north of Sunshine Hill Road. Now,
the lots for a single-family home range in size from 4 to 12 acres. They'll be serviced by Molino Utilities for potable water and private septic systems for your wastewater. Public sewer is not going to be available.
This week, 16 of the nation's top National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics women's soccer programs.
Got that?
NAIA. It's much easier to say, but it's all back at the Ashton Brosnahan Soccer Complex.
Here we go. The 2025 NAIA Women's Soccer National Championship runs December 1 through the 8th, 42nd annual competition. Round 1 today and tomorrow.
Coming up at 10 a.m., we've got number 1 Marian University out of Indiana versus number 16 Taylor University, also out of Indiana. There are more games at 1, 4, and 7 p.m. Tomorrow, the first game will be number 10 Truett McConnell out of Georgia versus number 7 Grace College out of Indiana. Semis are Saturday, finals are Monday. Tournament passes $32 for adults, $17 for military, students, and seniors. Kids under 5 are free, and you can also get single tickets if you'd rather.
Let's talk about the holidays. The annual Fort Walton Beach Christmas Parade is 2 nights.
It starts at 6:30. It runs down Eglin Parkway, starts at Eglin at first, and then just runs down past Uptown Station. This year's theme, zoo animals. So costume it up, decorate it up, and have a great time.
So many stories, especially over the Thanksgiving holiday, about people who simply can't fill the pantry as much as they try. Some that face serious hunger issues. That is why Sinclair is working with Feeding America for Sinclair Cares Fill the Food Banks.
Scan that QR on your screen, and that will help families put food on the table here in our local community. Every dollar donated provides up to 10 meals.
And how about this? Somebody has a little extra cash this morning. A winning Fantasy 5 ticket sold in Crestview at the Sunshine Food Mart. That's on Furdon Boulevard.
Now that's worth just over 24 grand. Not a bad way to wake up on a Monday morning. It was one of 4 winning tickets sold in the state.
We love to have your participation in the show. One of those is by sharing your pictures and videos of what's going on in your world. You can text WEAR TV to 9577, or easier still, chime in from our websites.
Stay with us. Week 14 of college football is in the books, and we've got a recap of who's moving forward and who has called it a wrap for the season.
And a shakeup or two in college football coaching. The moves announced over the weekend. Coming up next.
Monday morning is just an extra 5 minutes with the coffee cup kind of thing, at least in my house. So
Do join
cheers.
us for the coffee break. How's that?
I love it. At least 4 people, including 3 children, are dead after a mass shooting at a child's birthday party in California.
11 more injured. It happened Saturday night at a banquet hall in Stockton. No suspects in custody. Police believe there may be multiple shooters and that it was a targeted attack.
Police say the shooting started inside and worked its way outside. The victims, age 8, 9, and 14, plus a 21-year-old. At least 1 child was among those 11 injured. That child is hospitalized in fair condition this morning, and we do know that at least 1 victim is in critical condition.
Luigi Mangione, charged with fatally shooting a healthcare company CEO in New York City, is set to appear in a courtroom today.
Now, he has entered a plea of not guilty to murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson nearly a year ago. Today's hearing could determine exactly what evidence is allowed at trial and what might be suppressed.
Mangione's attorneys are trying to block evidence prosecutors say links Mangione to the killing, including a handgun and a notebook. The defense argues police did not have a search warrant to look through the backpack where the items were found. His attorneys also claim Mangione was not read his Miranda rights until 17 minutes after questioning began. Hearing could last up to 7 days.
Moving it back to Northwest Florida, the UWF Argos' historic season has come to an end.
The Argos did lose in the NCAA Division II Super Region II semifinal over the weekend to Newberry 24-17.
Quarterback Marcus Stokes with an apparent head injury in the 4th quarter, and he did not come back to the game. We do not have an update yet on his condition this morning. The Argos ended up their season with a 10-2 record.
And the college football season is coming to an end. Week 14 games had it all on the line for teams across the Great Land.
Let's talk about the Crimson Tide first. They did clinch their 6th straight Iron Bowl win, 27-20 over Auburn in overtime. And the Tide now heads to the SEC championship game against Georgia. That game is Saturday in Atlanta, and a win will be essential.
A 5-7 record. Florida ends 4-8. Miami ended the regular season with a win over Pittsburgh, 38-7. Their 6-2 record in the ACC not good enough for a spot in the championship, which went to Duke and Virginia.
The Canes still on the bubble for a playoff bid, so we'll keep watching. But a lot of the talk over the weekend and heading into the week, big coaching moves for several programs.
The most talked about move, of course, Lane Kiffin leaving one-loss Ole Miss with the head coaching job at LSU. His contract upwards of how much? Wait for it. $90 million over 7 years.
This was something that was teased for weeks. Kiffin said he would have stayed to coach the Rebels in the postseason, but the players wanted him to. But that decision is really up to Ole Miss, and he is saying that they declined.
Kiffin went 55-19 in Mississippi. The departure comes after Ole Miss's win in the Egg Bowl rivalry game against Mississippi State, all but made their spot in the playoffs certain. Ole Miss defensive coordinator Pete Golding, named interim. LSU has won national titles under 3 of its 4 previous coaches.
It seems Kiffin will be able to recruit better players there. At least that's what's believed. Wouldn't have to rely so much on the transfer portal.
And the University of Florida announced their program will be led by Tulane's coach John Sumrall next season. 6-year deal worth $44.7 million.
He's 19-7 in his 2 years in New Orleans, and he led the Green Wave to the American Championship game both seasons.
And South Florida's Alex Golesh will take over Auburn's program. Golesh widely recognized as one of the top offensive minds in all of college football.
Such a scorecard. What do you think? Scan that QR and answer our question. Should Lane Kiffin have been able to finish the season with Ole Miss?
Wow, look at
As
that.
you can see, yeah, we got some strong opinions. Keep them coming.
A legal battle. How about this kicking off today that puts NBA Hall of Famer Michael Jordan against NASCAR.
He says NASCAR is a monopoly. If you needed the background, and I actually did this morning, Michael Jordan actually co-owns a NASCAR team with Denny Hamlin. Last year, 13 of the 15 teams signed a new deal with the racing company that determines their revenue payouts.
Jordan's team was one of the 2 refusing to sign on and now accuses NASCAR of restricting team revenues and independence. NASCAR denies all that, claims the new deal boosted payouts. Court documents claim only 3 teams said they made money last year.
On average, owners reportedly lost more than $2 million per car. Now, most of the other teams say the current deal is working for them and they don't want to see it torn apart.
Let's get a look outside at 7:16. There we go with the 3-mile bridge. Light traffic moving smoothly there. We have no reports of anything that might slow you down. flying's fun, isn't it? Driving in the snow is fun too.
Actually, none of it's fun, and there were lots of delays and cancellations over the weekend that were weather related.
Yeah, there were ground stops issued at airports in Chicago, and they did see 8+ inches of snow on Saturday. It was the snowiest November day on record, and it was at least 2 instances of planes sliding on the runway, but no injuries.
Yeah, glad everybody's okay. You know, you hate that on the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. It is tough. There were also 45 vehicles involved in a chain reaction crash on I-70 in Indiana. So, you know, thoughts going out for anybody that has to be on the road. Locally, we really didn't have any problems to speak of.
No, we were looking quite nice over the weekend. We were looking a little chilly, but we are looking warmer today. And that all has to do with the humidity that we're seeing. It is feeling a bit warmer ahead of some showers and thunderstorms that we're going to be dealing with as we go later on today. So right now, you can see very cloudy, very overcast, very breezy. It's going to feel like the rain is coming, and it is. We're going to be seeing some pop-up showers later on today, and then our rain chance really ramps up heading into that afternoon and especially the evening and overnight period. So winds right now anywhere from 10-15 miles an hour along the coastline, 5 to 10 miles an hour inland. We do have your temperatures in the 50s, anywhere from 52 to about 55. Now it does feel very humid. It's going to be a bit of a warmer feeling 50, and we will have those temperatures getting into the 60s for your afternoon high. Let's talk about your rain now. We do have the showers to the south right now. That is going to be spreading out across the region, and they have gone ahead and extended that marginal risk of severe weather for today. It now includes most of our viewing area. That is going to be because of the chance of some of those gustier to damaging winds that we could see as we go throughout your day today. So let's take a look at the timing. You can see pop-up showers, thunderstorms mainly through this morning and into the afternoon. So it is looking isolated through most of your afternoon. That changes by the evening. You can see around 6 p.m. still looking isolated after about 7 o'clock. Those showers are going to stream in. We're going to have those heavier showers through the evening. The nighttime, it is going to be looking like a wet into the day. And we're going to have the rain continue into the early morning hours on Tuesday. So you can see all the way through 2 a.m. we're still looking at those heavier pockets. This is some much needed rain for our area, but we're going to continue to watch for those gustier winds. Moves out by the time we hit about 6 a.m. on Tuesday. And after that, we're going to be looking much calmer. We will have some sunshine building in for you the rest of that day on Tuesday. Wednesday looking nice, sunny, and cooler. And then we have things change again heading into the end of the week. Thursday, Friday, another chance of rain. It does come with a slight warm up as well. So you can see 69 degrees for today, 65 for that high on Tuesday. There's that cool down after our cold front. We'll see it Wednesday, Thursday looking a bit cooler, about 8 degrees below average. And then by Friday, we warm up again into the upper 60s. That comes with our next chance of rain before it cools off again as we head into the weekend. Let's talk about those coastal conditions. We do have 2 feet for the Gulf, winds out of the northeast at about 10 knots, and we do have your red flags flying with a good chance, red or double red later today, especially with those showers and thunderstorms moving in, looking like it's going to be a rough day on the water. Here's a look at your week ahead. We do have your chance of rain for today. It's going to be moving in later into those evening hours, into the nighttime. We're going to keep rain or chances around through early Tuesday before it does dry out heading into Wednesday.
It's Cyber Monday, people. If you didn't spend all your money throughout the weekend after Black Friday, how much we are expected to spend and the best deals you may find today, all on the way for you.
Perhaps you remember a time we had to do math. You had to calculate how many shopping days were left for Christmas. Because stores weren't open on Sunday.
Oh, so you had to subtract
You had
out.
to do all that, and Saturday maybe. But now everything's open all the time, every day, 24 hours.
And today,
Yes, I know.
just a few deals online with Cyber Monday. They say our best deals are probably laptops, beauty products, and clothing.
Yeah, I've already made some purchases, but there's going to be some deals on electronic and apparel are expected to peak today, and the U.S. shoppers are expected to spend more than $14 billion online. I didn't quite hit that high.
But there's time. It's so early. That is actually a 6% increase over last year. However, as Jared and I have been talking about, it's not necessarily that we're buying more stuff. It's just the prices keep going up and up.
For the November-December holiday season, the National Retail Federation estimates we will spend more than $1 trillion.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to do my part. I'll throw in $100.
Yeah, you can buy now, pay later is expected to drive to $20 billion in online spending this holiday season, and we're going to be looking deeper into how artificial intelligence is shaping the online shopping
and
today.
that pay later is the bad part of that equation.
Yeah, buy now, pay later. Anyway, we spent an estimated $11.8 billion on Black Friday. That's a 9.1% increase from last year. But the number of people who were shopping in person continues to go down. It was down almost 4% from the year prior.
All right, here's a problem. This is a problem.
All right, what's the problem?
The problem, a lack of pennies is causing problems.
Really?
Well, people paying in cash. Some people cash,
Okay.
and it's $9.99.
Right. Okay. You don't have
$9.97.
exact change. We did hear about a couple stores saying we're not even going to mess with the pennies, but as you know, the final one was minted about 3 weeks ago. Most people are just rounding down and eating the 1 or 2 cents that it would cost, whatever.
Yeah, but bonus fun fact: the U.S. spent $6.4 billion in Thanksgiving Day.
Just on Thanksgiving.
Rather than talking to family,
All right.
shop online.
Well, you can do it. You can eat in the afternoon and then go shopping in the evening.
A lot of you have been talking about your Black Friday experiences on social media. Let's get to some of your thoughts.
Angela wrote, "We live in Perdido Key, and Foley outlets do not disappoint. There were so many people there, and the sales were good."
Yeah, Doug commented, "It was more packed than I've ever noticed it today. Even the girl at Best Buy said it was way busier than in recent years."
And Julian agreed with you, Brooke. The mall was packed, but the amazing deals are things of the past.
All right, from Mo, "I miss when there was a little danger to Black Friday, when you could get a little rowdy over a 55-inch flat screen."
Okay, that's when the deals were like 80 to 90% off. Now they're giving us like 40, 50%, which is good. But
I mentioned earlier to the ladies that I did a little shopping, went to a big retail. Well, I went to Academy, and I was on Sunday. Not a lot of people there, but the young lady at the counter said Friday and Saturday it was crazy. Yeah. So I think people are just taking a breath on Sunday.
Well, and people want to get out of the house.
There we go.
Yeah. Katie and Greg Walters, this is a Badger ready for Christmas, or this is Badger ready for Christmas.
And this is Badger really ready for those bright lights.
From Robert Moy, we have this. Take a look real closely here. He says it means some kind of good luck to have 2 bald eagles on your property on Thanksgiving Day.
Here we go. I thought we had some video. There they go. Yeah, we get a much better look right there. Aww. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Use the Chime In tab on the website or the mobile.
When the morning current continues, could there be a peace deal? Russia and Ukraine, maybe, could be. We'll take a look.
This could be a critical week for Ukraine. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff set to talk about a possible deal to end the war with Vladimir Putin tomorrow.
Negotiations between the U.S. and Ukraine have been happening in Florida, led by Secretary of State Rubio. Both sides say negotiations were productive, but a big sticking point or two remains. Reports say Russia is not willing to agree to a ceasefire in any form, while Ukraine is unwilling to give up any territory.
And meanwhile, the fighting continues. Russia launching more deadly attacks over the weekend, and Ukrainian President Zelensky traveling to Paris today to meet with President Macron to discuss negotiations.
President Donald Trump says the hospitalized National Guard member Andrew Wolf is still clinging to life.
His family on social media asking for people's prayers. The president gave the update on Air Force One. Of course, last Wednesday, 24-year-old U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew was in Washington, D.C. when he was shot. Also, Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was shot. She died on Thursday.
Both deployed from West Virginia to D.C. as part of the president's crackdown on crime. The president says he's invited both families to the White House.
He also says there will be no time limit on the asylum pause that he has ordered. This came after the Afghan national was identified as the suspected shooter. He came to us through a program for Afghans who assisted U.S. forces overseas, where he worked with American military and the CIA. The Trump cabinet, some members have suggested he was radicalized after coming to the U.S.
Reports say he struggled, they say, with isolation, mental health, and financial stress.
A pregnant woman lost her unborn child in a crash in Escambia County.
It happened yesterday about 1 in the morning, the intersection of Highway 29 and Neal Road in Cantonment. The Florida Highway Patrol says a 21-year-old woman was driving north on 29 and a teen driving the other direction made a turn into her path. Troopers say the teen hit the woman's car. Both drivers and a passenger in the truck were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Again, the lady had lost her baby. Charges for the teenage driver are pending. The traffic homicide unit is investigating.
The city of Gulf Breeze could be adding speed cameras in school zones.
This week, the City Council will vote to modify an ordinance allowing the new speed detection system to be installed. Cameras would be installed under a law from 2023 that allows municipalities to install those cameras.
So if drivers are caught going more than 10 miles an hour over the posted limit in a school zone, they would get tickets. It's all going to be discussed at the council's regular meeting, which is tonight at 5:30.
Well, a little rain and a little chill in the air, I think.
Okay, well, that's a way to start a Monday. Good morning, Brooke.
Hey, good morning. And we are going to be looking at that rain, especially as we go into the later half of the day. That's where we're going to have our rain chances really ramp up. Right now, we're looking at the clouds. We're looking at the winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour is what we're seeing. You can see how breezy it looks on our camera. It's bouncing around a bit, and you do have a bit of some wave action going on with some of that wind. Now, right now, our temperatures are anywhere from 52 to about 55 degrees. It is looking fairly mild right now. We'll get into the upper 60s, but this is all ahead of our cold front that will cool us down as we head into our Wednesday. About 5 to 15 miles an hour is what we can expect through your afternoon in terms of the winds. Right now, your radar is just looking cloudy with the showers to the south. The rain chance is going to increase by the time you hit the afternoon. It's looking more isolated and spotty with some heavy showers as we go through the afternoon, then more widespread through the evening and nighttime. We're going to have the rain around into early Tuesday morning before it does move out, so it doesn't last into that Tuesday. It should be coming out as we go into the commuting hours on Tuesday, but it does look like we're going to be dealing with some wet weather, at least from now all the way into those early morning hours on Tuesday. So make sure you do have the umbrella ready as we do head into your Monday afternoon.
At 7:33, you're taking a look outside. This is the interstate near Pine Forest Road. Traffic there moving smoothly. This morning, everything's fine.
It's always a trick to get back on a Monday morning and stay in a good mood, but we got the Snowball Derby to look forward to. That is happening this week in Pensacola.
It runs officially the 4th through the 7th at Five Flags Speedway. The Modifieds of Mayhem 75 and the Story Bleach Crown Stock Invitational 25 run Thursday at 8:15. 2 more races Saturday. The Alan Turner Snowflake 125 and the Faith Chapel Outlaw 75. That starts at 7 o'clock.
Then Sunday, the main event, the Snowball Derby. It is a 300-lap race that will begin at 1 p.m.
And Winterfest is in full swing, you may have noticed, in downtown Pensacola.
My favorite, the Elf Parade, was Friday, and throughout the month there will be trolley tours, including the Polar Express with Hot Cocoa and a Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Let's see, this year they also have the Mistletoe Magic Tour, musical experience led by your guide Bing Crosby. Also live performances downtown, Hot Cocoa and Santa Claus and the Grinch as well.
For everything you need to know about Winterfest, check out our website, weartv.com. We've got a QR on your screen right now. You can find the info, the dates, the times, and access a link for tickets.
And yet another tradition, Ascension Sacred Heart Hospital hosting their annual Christmas tree lighting. That'll be tonight.
It's happening from 5 till 6:30 at their Pensacola campus on North 9th Avenue. Every year they do it to bring some extra Christmas cheer to families who are spending holidays at the hospital. Live music, children's activities, even photos with Santa.
Get a Christmas present for yourself. About $740 million. The Powerball jackpot continues to rise. No winner in Saturday night's drawing.
The cash value would be $346.1 million. And the next drawing is tonight. We will present you the winning numbers on WEAR News at 10.
When the morning current continues, holiday shopping can be a little stressful. There's a new tool out there to help several retailers help you.
Yeah, whether you want to or not. And artificial intelligence encouraging people to start shopping. How influencers are being used by companies to get you spending.
How are you going to deal with the stress?
I can't.
Well, you can try. Perhaps a coffee would help you.
Yeah,
Or
just drink some coffee.
a little coffee would be fine. Please join us. Stress Relief Java. I think we're all a bit surprised with how omnipresent everywhere AI is now.
Yeah, they've been telling us it's here. You may have noticed already as you're trying to do your online shopping this year, a lot of major retailers have rolled out new or updated AI tools. Walmart, Amazon, Google, Target, you've probably seen them.
Yeah, they're designed to give personal product recommendations, track prices, place orders, and Google actually introduced an AI agent that can be told to call local stores and check if a product is in stock.
And get back to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you an answer. OpenAI has upgraded ChatGPT with what they call a shopping research feature. It will give you personalized buyer's guides that are built from all over the internet. They check out the product pages and the reviews and give you the information. There are also AI-powered browser extensions that would help you track prices.
Retailers working with OpenAI, other companies to allow for seamless checkout without leaving the ChatGPT app. You don't want to leave. Google and Amazon AI assistants being powered to complete purchases for customers. Buy for me or auto buy settings.
Yeah, the software company Salesforce estimates AI will influence $73 billion in global sales from Thanksgiving through today. And you know, I would like AI to call stores and ask if they're open, because it's always embarrassing when I have to call and I'm like, and when they answer, I immediately know that they're open, but I have to go, are y'all open today? And they go, yes.
Sardines in a can.
Okay, bye.
What's even creepier, stranger, or better, AI influencers that are not real, and they're influencing us to buy products.
This kind of blows my mind, but it is growing in popularity. There's one called Aitana Lopez, AI Tana, get it? Anyway, this influencer, I would suppose, or their creator, is making like 11 grand a month. They have been in promo, 11 grand a month. They've been in promo videos for Amazon, for brands like Calvin Klein, Prada, Samsung, and more.
Yeah, the AI agency, The Clueless, says there's less risk than working with humans. Low limitations on redoing photos, changing details, no bad hair days.
They always look perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, right? We humans, we're phasing out, aren't we? They say they're working toward their AI influencers being able to hold conversations with fans. It's okay, like, which can be booked at a price. You would pay to talk to the fake person.
I was talking with AJ about this, and maybe you were in the conversation later after I had to go do something else, about the AI influencers promoting beauty products. Perfect skin, perfect hair, perfect this, that, and the other thing. So, you know, look at me. You can,
Yeah, this really goes in the basket with the similar concerns over AI musicians and AI actors, and whose work is actually training the AI, some human who's not getting credit.
We want to know what you think. Of course, scan the QR on your screen and tell us, do you think using AI to sell products should be a regulated deal?
50-50 right now. We love to know what you think. See these stories and more on WEAR's YouTube channel. Top local and national news, quick bites of content, and the Morning Minute. Just search WEAR News on YouTube.
And wait, there's more.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the beginning signs, friends, if you have brain rot.
Everybody around here has brain rot.
Huh?
We talk a lot about brain rot here on the morning. Yeah, exactly. Preoccupation with devices, little confusion. AJ, are you listening in the control room? Anyway, Clint Jarvis, who is the CEO and founder of the app Roots, which is an app that will actually help you set boundaries with your devices.
All right.
He gave us the list of the signs of brain rot. See if you relate to any of these.
Number 1, you idle grab. Reach for your phone during an idle moment, during a meal, waiting in line, before bed, even walking between rooms. I've done that.
Oh my gosh, and if you get to the room and you're like, why am I here? There's sign number 2. You can't focus on one thing. And in your life, you've got 47 tabs open, Netflix on in the background, your phone in your hand, and yeah.
Then there's this one, you can't remember anything. Now, that's been a problem for me for about 50 years, so I don't think it's blamed on my phone.
But we are consuming information at such a rapid pace, and our brain just gets trained to skim and react, skim and react. And if you find that you can't stand silence, if you always need the background music or a podcast, may have some brain rot going on.
How about this one? Stress scrolling, just to escape the day.
I was reading a study, like a lot of times it doesn't even give us pleasure. It's just, what's that thing, a panacea, right? If you cannot think clearly, it may be because your brain has rewired itself to crave stimulation, constant stimulation.
And number 7, this is a good one. You have no emotion, depleted dopamine. The brain overcorrects from constant stimulation, lowers your dopamine levels to below a baseline.
So you can go ahead, you can Google Clint Jarvis and brain rot, and you can find out more about all that.
I don't want to know any more about it. That's plenty enough for me.
You're sold.
I'm sold.
All right.
We have some video of a snowy Des Moines, Iowa.
I think we need to be thankful for what we're not dealing with this morning, right?
There you go. Look at that.
Live from Des Moines, Iowa, everybody. Doesn't that just look cold?
It does.
Looks cold out there.
You can make a snowman on December 1st, so that's pretty cool.
Well, that is. They've got that going for them, and they can also buy plane tickets down here to Northwest Florida
Yes.
if they need to get away. So,
Yeah.
hey, Des Moines, keep that snow.
Yeah, we're going to be looking much warmer than that. We do have some rain, though, that we're going to be tracking. So that's what we want to watch as we head into the end of your day today, especially into those nighttime, overnight hours. We're looking at some wet weather, so have the umbrella, the rain jacket with you. Even though we're not seeing the rain right now, it is going to increase that rain chance through the rest of your day. Currently, a lot of cloud cover. We're looking at some overcast skies or winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour coming in from the northeast. Bit of a breeze for today, and we are going to be looking at that breeze into your afternoon out ahead of our rain chances. Now you can see your temperatures, they are in the 50s. We're going to be getting into the 60s as you head into your afternoon, but that is with the rain. That's going to be because we have a surge of that moisture out ahead of our cold front that's going to allow us to just get into those mid to upper 60s. Here's a look at your radar. You can see where the activity is well to the south. That is all going to change as we go into your afternoon. We'll have some spotty rain chances through the afternoon hours, increasing for the evening. Now there's a low in threat of severe weather. They've gone ahead and extended that for most of our viewing area. It does include our entire area as we will see the chance of some gustier winds in some of these storms, especially through the nighttime. So let's take a look at the timing here. You can see those showers a little more spotty. Into your afternoon, we'll still have those clouds around if you don't see the rain. Rain chance is really going to ramp up and spread out as we head into the nighttime. So you can see 9 p.m. those showers starting to build in. Heavier pockets here. We'll have showers. We'll have some thunderstorms possible. Rain chance is going to continue into the overnight hours. This is around 2 a.m. Still looking at some heavier pockets. And then as we get closer to about 3 to about 4 a.m., that's when those showers move out. So it should be out of here as we get into those early morning hours on Tuesday or those later commuting hours on Tuesday. And then the rest of the day Tuesday will be nice. We'll have some clouds clearing out by the afternoon, some sunshine building in. You'll notice some cooler and drier air as we go into your Wednesday. So it is going to be feeling a bit cooler as you head into the middle of the week. 69 for today, around 65 heading into your Tuesday. Wednesday's when we'll see temperatures fall the lowest at about 60 degrees for that high, 61 going into Thursday, warming back up briefly for Friday. We actually have some more rain we'll track into the end of the work week. So we do have some much needed rain this week. It's starting today, going to last into Thursday, Friday. We'll just have a couple of those days, but it will be helping us out. Your sea-tone rain forecast today, we have 2 feet for the Gulf, winds out of the northeast at about 10 knots, and we do have your red flags flying with a good chance we'll have our double red flags as we go later on into your day today. Here's that week ahead, a couple of rain chances for you. First one is going to be especially later on today, going into the late hours and into the nighttime. We'll have our rain chance lasting into early Tuesday. Drying out for Wednesday, but only briefly, because by the time we hit late Thursday, we'll have our rain chances increasing, and we'll see that going into Friday and Saturday as well with those rain chances.
Checking out your Monday morning drive. We're looking okay here. Somebody's pulled over into the median there at 110 and Airport, but as you can see, things are moving smoothly. We do not yet have a camera shot, but a truck has gotten itself stuck under the Graffiti Bridge this morning. So if you were thinking about going on 17th, you might hold off on that. It may take a minute for the truck to get unstuck.
Waiting at the airport, cancellations, delays. Sometimes you just need a snack to get you through. We'll take a look at a state-by-state favorite snack list.
Okay, so there's apparently a cookie that seems to be the go-to airport snack in the U.S. Yeah, a certain cookie.
We'll get to all the stuff here. A state-by-state breakdown of America's favorite airport snacks. I think things you bring with you because you know you're going to sit there forever.
And because if you're like me, you're way too cheap to buy it on the spot, right? But Oreo did take the top spot. They did this by searches, and anyway, it was the most searched in Alabama, Wisconsin, and Illinois.
Second place, beef jerky. Big in Idaho, yeah, I know. Big in Idaho, Wyoming, Texas, you'd imagine, and Louisiana.
All right.
Yeah, third place was Cheeto Puffs in Hawaii, California, Arizona, and Florida's pick was Sour Patch Kids. Came in sixth.
Huh, Sour Patch Kids. Other snacks on the top 10 list include the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Twizzlers, anything from Dunkin', Welch's Fruit Snacks, Doritos Cool Ranch, and Haribo Gold Bears. Now you know. Let's
turn on the control room camera here and see what our producing staff likes to bring to the airport. AJ, what's the consensus, if there is any?
Firstly, I have to say that I love anything from Dunkin', just like Dunkin' as a whole.
Yeah, pretty much
Every airport
Dunkin'.
needs a Dunkin' in it. I think I'm going to be the one to just say it, that my favorite treat at the airport is a classic breakfast margarita. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's always 5 o'clock at the airport.
Is that a snack?
So I say start vacation when vacation starts.
I would
was
sub
running a
in Bloody
poll.
Mary, but you're on the right track.
Yeah, it's all fun, right? Vanessa, though, I think Vanessa says Pringles. She also agreed with me though earlier before she picked Pringles, so that's another one. Producer Brittany, what's your airport go-to?
It was always trail mix growing up.
Always trail mix. Brittany said her parents always packed
All
trail
right.
mix to go to the airport. And Neil, you have peanut M&Ms. That's a good one.
Oh,
Peanut
yeah.
M&Ms. That's the movie theater snack for me. You put it in a big thing of hot popcorn and they get a little melty. Chef's kiss.
AJ, you know how to snack.
Apparently so.
I do, of
I'm
course.
going to be traveling with her.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Now you know. Now you're hungry. That's what we do here on the Morning Current. Here, get together like we love each other.
The morning current will continue in a moment.
Well, we are going to be looking at our rain chance as we go later on into your day. So make sure you do have the rain gear with you. We do have a very low end threat of severe weather with it. It is going to continue through the overnight hours and the early morning hours of Tuesday. Should be moving out by the time we hit about 6 to about 7 a.m. on Tuesday. And then we will be looking at some calmer weather through the rest of that day.
So great to start the day with you. Tell your friends if you haven't
Please
already
do.
about the Morning Current. We'd love to have them join.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning right here at 7 o'clock.